Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey and Paul Bennett here on Sunday, August 23rd at 13:30 in the afternoon, Eastern Daylight Time. Now,
or 1:30 p.m.
I do wish we all used 24-hour clock time. It's just so much easier. Now, you might say, "Well, Joe, why are you wearing this belt around your neck? Why is your arm sort of in a quasi-sling?"
He hates Velcro.
Yeah, I hate Velcro.
That's why.
Well, Velcro is very useful, but I don't, in general, like Velcro. But that's really not why I'm wearing my arm in a belt, if you will. It seems that for the 10th time in my life, I have fractured, dislocated my left shoulder. Now, I'm not gonna run you through the previous 9 stories of this fracture dislocation. 5 of them involve how shall we say, very interesting sexual encounters. The first one involved trying to discipline my 4-year-old child. This one involved trying to save an 18-pack of beer from falling out of my truck onto the ground and smashing the bottles therein. We did save the beer, or I did save the beer. Well, Paul went out and retrieved it from the ground, but it wasn't broken. It wasn't broken.
Not one is broken.
So, mission accomplished on that one. This is some of the content.
That is softness of the grass for the carver's part.
Now, just to give you some perspective, we're now 2 hours out from the injury. This is 1:30, as Paul said. It was 11:30. When this happened. There have been some substances ingested to make things feel a little bit better about things. So that's just the way it is. Now, I don't think there's very much left of a joint to dislocate after all this time. I mean, I think what it was there's a pseudarthrosis here that broke, and and it really wasn't a pseudarthrosis. It was more like the bone had finally healed, and the surgical neck of the humerus, in here, and and when I reached out to catch that thing or stop it, it's like when it was like just grinding gravel in a can. It felt like it, and it sounded. You can hear these things when they happen.
I mean,
it's an audible crunch.
Shit started falling.
It's an audible crunch, and I knew it was going to do that, and so I opened the door slowly, but still. Anyway, so I had actually already gone and unlocked the door to the house to come back in because I had a notebook with my readings in it that I take to church. I was coming back from church. Well, coming to church in the beer store, and. So when this happens, I start hollering for Paul. But you didn't hear me till I got in the house.
No, I heard you before you got in.
But you didn't know what I was saying.
No, I thought somebody was yelling you home. I was getting up to come and see who's there.
Oh, yes, maybe it was a stranger in the driveway.
Right. Because if they knocked on the door and that, or tried to stuck that door down, they only works when it's in the mood. I would not have heard it because I was out back on the deck.
We must always be cognizant of our responsibilities to the widow and the stranger who show up at our door.
So, I thought
assuming they're not crazy and dangerous.
I thought somebody was yelling, "Anybody home?"
And even then, that might be
That's what it
suspicious.
sounded like to me. But then when you got in the house, that's when I understood my name.
I'm enjoying feeling actually, a lot better than I was 2 hours ago. So the plan of attack is, I may well wear Paul's, more elaborate contrivance at
Well,
night.
wear half of it.
At night, or at least the sling part of it, at night. But when I've had to work when I've had these, and so I just sort of used this belt sling thing as a way to just,
Well, we could do sling in the strap, shove a tennis ball in your pit.
I don't want a tennis ball in my armpit. No, in fact, no. That would make no. You don't want that. You really want to avoid any sort of extension motion of your shoulder at all.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you don't want that at all. And plus, that ball would go right under where the actual fracture site is. Yeah. Tennis balls are for Labrador retrievers.
Yeah, well, I know. Oh, well.
And tennis players, of course.
It's been used before for.
Where? When?
Margaret.
Oh, well, Margaret was crazy. She was insane.
No, they did that to her.
Well, they probably did it as a trick to her because she was insane. They thought they'd just, have some fun with her. She was insane because she oftentimes took her insulin twice and ran around with a blood sugar of 40. That'll really mess up your head, I'll tell you that right now. Plus, I think just to start with, she was a bit insane.
Yeah.
That's not speaking ill of the dead. That's speaking the truth about the dead. Because this woman was a very good, kind woman to me, and she lived up in my house for about 3 years.
Yeah. That's my parents.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, the more the merrier. So.
Yeah, she was
Really?
a transitional thing. When her husband died,
I liked him. Well, I liked her too.
he died
I could get her to shut up.
and went down.
Lee was her husband. Was it Lee?
Right.
Lee, yeah.
Yeah.
She claimed to have invented the reflectors and the center stripes of the highways, at night, that sort of, reflect. Yeah, that was one. There are several claims that she claimed to have invented several highway safety devices.
Right, because she claimed she was like the head of the safety staff for Indian River County in Florida, which meant pretty much over the whole East Coast of Florida.
There you go.
Because Indian River is sort of yeah.
It's sort of like a natural inland
It's like
waterway.
having
Yeah,
it-
yeah.
right. Because if you went over the Indian River, you more or less got out onto a sandbar / sound thing. And the river divided.
Paul spent a lot of time down there when he was
From-
like 9 and 10. They sort of farmed you out down there, didn't they?
Right.
Yeah, they farmed you out.
Having to go keep an eye on my grandmother.
That's another story at another time.
And
But-
we're not going to go
But maybe
into-
not, actually. Which is a bit far afield from today's injury. But suffice to say, this was an injury today, and church went well, and I don't know. That's it, I guess. You have any words of wisdom? How's your shoulder? Well, your chest, wall.
Not bad. Well, I haven't done any of them.
Well, you've been doing your exercises very assiduously.
Yeah,
I mean, you
well, I
keep your
haven't
little
done it
checkbook
yet
and thing.
today.
And, yeah, and all that. Oh, and I see you got the magic rolled up towel in your arm. Yeah.
Right. When I have it in my hand, I'm getting going.
The physical therapist's sacramental object is a rolled up towel. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. 40 times a day.
40 times.
Right.
I know something you could squeeze 40 times a day.
Your tit.
It's not quite as big as a rolled up towel. All right. So on that note, ideally we're going to be talking with Tony Pincham here later this afternoon, seeing how it's Sunday. And we generally do a little Skyping together on Sunday. So we'll say bye-bye, YouTubers.
Have a good day, guys.